Hello guys, welcome back to GVIC channel. My name is Luana and I'm a worker from GVIC Cloud team. Today, we're going to talk about the new update of Calibrate camera service. In the past history, we used to deal such problems with the assistance of engineer. Quite an amount of energy and time has been wasted along the way. Later on, due to the inconvenience of operating such a function, we decided to further update and develop the Calibrate camera service. If you constantly facing troubles with making exact the products you want, or you do have a higher expectancy towards the accuracy and the general harmony of your handmade products, then this is a perfect function for you to have in the daily working experience. The new update Calibrate camera service is very easy to operate, and today we are going to teach you step by step. If you have any questions, feel free to kick in the comment section, and we're here to help you. First of all, let's just open the GVIC Cloud website as we usually do. As you can see, now we're going to click the Cloud button. Here, we're going to choose the machine. It's going to link to our cloud. And here you can say some like history, random graph that you make. It is okay, choose a random one. And here we are. The Calibrate camera service is on the left side, probably a little at the top. It's right here. We're gonna click in. Okay, as you can see, the step has been written for you. Put a white paper and a Calibrate plate on the machine. Cover the surface of the equipment operating table with the paper or Calibrate board and then click next. And then we're going to open the lid and place the white paper inside of it. Here's the problem is that we have exactly buttons and the length of the paper could actually cover the whole working board. What if you don't have that in home? What if it's just so hard for you to find the fit board? We have another option, is that little cut white paper. You can place them on the table and tape the connection with the paper tip. And do notice that when you tip it, you don't have to tape up and down, right and left section. Because during the working process, the wind is gonna blow the paper off and you're not gonna finish the collaboration camera service. Here we are, we're choosing the exactly fit white paper placed in the central place of this machine. Make sure it is not over too up, too down, too left, or too low. Avoid overcut and the shortest situation. When you place that, close the lid and proceed. We're gonna wait for this status to turn ready, and we're gonna click the next step. Check machine state. Turn on the device and click next when the connection status becomes ready, which is ready. We're good to go. Success. This step is start processing. Wait for the button with visit button on the device turn to green. Click the button to process. If the button does not change the color, click the previous step and repeat. As you can see, our button does not change. We have to do the previous step to make sure it is operated. You can reclaim the cloud and reclaim the machine. And we're in it. We reopen the Calibrate camera service. And we wait this to be ready. It's not changing to green. Check missing status and wait for this to be ready. It is not changing to green. Success. Okay, start processing. Again, we're waiting for the button to change to green and wait for here to be ready. Okay, and then we press the button. At this process, you can see the machine can do its work by itself. We don't have to bother the whole process. And there you have another notice is that in the previous machine type, you're going to have a very sharp line around the light tip. It'll affect the overall collaboration camera service. And if you do have like a tape, especially paper tape, you can tape both sides of a light tip to make it not as sharp as like more than this. And here we're going to show the importance of camera collaboration. As we can see, we have this really delicate at our craft, which is made highly depends on the collaboration camera service. Let's look at this delicate art piece. Is highly depends on the collaborative camera service, which we can see a central point hollow is in it, and it makes up at least, I think it's 4 or 6 layers. So you can't never imagine if the central point goes a little bit right, left, up and down, there will be overall a disaster when you overlap this craft. You cannot have this really delicate fine stuff if you don't have a really fine camera collaboration. This art piece as well, it's wooden structure too, and it has layer. Those type of handicraft is very popular on the market, so the importance of collaborative camera service is very important. Seeing the machine operated by itself is very convenient and friendly to those who hasn't have any experience of operating such a machine. The overall speed and the time will about 5 minutes to finish. So if it is longer than you expected, do not be panic. If the wind blows that hard that your paper couldn't handle it, you could just slightly open this side of the machine to let the wind comes out. It's about to finish, I guess, maybe 1 or 2 rounds. Look at the simple address. It gives me a lot of release on it. The coverage of the working section is about 510 and 300. If you do have large material you want to put inside of a working table, you could just extend the surface, which could reach to 310 and unlimited through this area. I think that's the final round. We have another round. Finish this round, it's well done. Now it's completed. The machine will reset itself, go back where it belongs. Okay, now we're gonna back to the computer to look at this start processing, which we already finished. We're gonna wait for this area. When it becomes and shows ready, yes, there, we're gonna click the next step. Next step, to start calibration, waiting for the process of equipment to finish. After the automatic reset, the equipment status becomes ready. The following is a real-time screen of a machine. If the picture is not refreshed, click this button to refresh the photo, which we're going to click this button. It's refreshing. ready. And this is the image which is inside the machine, filming by the camera. We're going to click the next step to proceed. It's going to take less than a minute. Successful. Okay. Next step is put 3mm wooden brad on the machine. Place 3mm wooden brad on the surface of the equipment operating table and lay a layer of white paper on the surface of the brad and click next. Now we're going to open the lid. Take out the white paper which is put inside, and it's like a pattern-like color. As you can see. And then we're going to choose a wooden board and cover with a white paper. If you don't have this fit paper, you still gonna have to use those paper, but the importance is that you got to place them exactly fit the board and trim it with paper tape like this. But do remind to paint the up, down, left, and right to make sure the wind doesn't blow this paper away. We have the exactly fake paper, so we're going to use this board and this paper. Again, place them at the central place of the machine working table. Not too up, too down, too left, too right. Avoid overcutting. And that goes the same with the white paper. Make it as central as possible. And close the lid. Back to the computer. Now we are ready and waiting for this data becomes ready, and we'll click next step. Check the machine state. When the connection status becomes ready, click next, which is ready. Successful. Processing with the sickness. Waiting for the button on the device turn to green, which is this button. Click the button to process. If the button does not change color, click the previous step and repeat. As you probably feel confused why we should process 2 times in a row, the first step is thin paper. This time is 3mm wood brad. That'll help the camera during the calibration to a better accurate level because they need to test the thickness of the object and finish the camera calibration. So please do not feel confusing. It's totally normal and fine. And this is ready. We're good to go. To start the thickness correction, as we mentioned above, this time is thickness correction. Wait for the process of the equipment to finish. After the automatic reset, the equipment status become ready, and then we're going to press the button to let it finish the process. This takes about less than a minute. Again, you could open this if you feel like the wind is super strong, blow your papers away. Now the machine is finished. We wait for its reset and finish this step. It's reset and we're gonna wait for it to be ready. is ready. And as we can see down there, that's what exactly happened in the machine. And the following is real-time screen of machine. If the picture does not refresh, like as the previous step, it's like a white paper, you don't have to refresh them again to get the present real-time screenshot. Okay, waiting for this to be ready and proceed. Here we are, finish. That's the end of Calibrate camera service. And the camera calibration is very accurate. Nevertheless, deviations to about 1 to 2 milliliters is quite normal, and it won't affect the overall image of this service. But I do have a few points I want to mention during the whole process. Now we're going to look back at this process as quick as possible. First, as a very previous step, you're going to have is just put a white paper in it. This paper could be exactly the fixed width or length, or you do not have exactly the paper. You can tip normal paper in your house like this or like this. And you're going to use the paper tip to paint each of the connections. Do remind to paint up and down, left and right to make sure it doesn't blow by wind. If it is unfortunately blown by wind just a little bit, you open this area to let wind comes out so the paper will stand still. First step finish. You can have what's inside the machine right now is another plywood and a paper on top of it. As we mentioned, if you don't have this fit paper, you can use this paper as well. Tip it well and fine. Do not tip it like this way or that way or over the border of the plywood, trying to stand still or trim a little bit with the tape paper. And then you put inside the working table, plywood at the bottom, layer paper on top of it, trying to plate as central as you can see. Not too overly here, not too overly here. Just make sure it's not overcut or miss the paper. And then you fix it. During the process, we have another importance to mention is that in the previous machine, we do have this really sharp white light, which is not helping with camera calibration. If you do have that really sharp light, you don't have to use the paper tip again to tip the light like this. If it is too sharp and you cannot control it, you tip it like this. Make sure it's been tipped and the light was not that sharp again. During the whole process, you don't have to move or being part of those processing because the machine is going to finish by itself. All you have to do is just following the computer order to get the overall effect that you want. If now you have any problems, you can mention in the comment section. Now, we are going to test the real accuracy of our collaborative camera service. This is very simple to operate. As you can see, that's a real-time screen inside the machine. And we're going to choose a basic random graphics. No matter it's rectangle, circles, heart shape, whatever you like, click them. Okay, place it in whatever direction you want it. And you can choose the size, direction, here's my size, and material. Typically, we're going to choose like 3mm basswood. And we're going to choose the intersetting to decide if we want to cut it. We're going to lower down the power about like 20s, above 20s, no higher than 30s. And the speed, we're going to speed up a little bit. of like 60s, 70s, things like that. And then we're going to click the confirm. And we're going to wait for this area to be ready and then print. And when the button on the machine is turned to green, we're going to press that. Upload success. And it start working. Here we are. It's already been finished. We just wait for the reset. And wait for this to be ready again to show the real-time picture. Okay. Now the paper is been blown by the wind, as I mentioned. You don't have to place it and use the tape to tape it or open this lid slightly. And then here we are. The camera calibration is very accurate. As I mentioned above, deviations up to 1 to 2 millimeters is quite normal. Okay, if you have any questions, you can just like drop a comment. We will answer you. We're here to help. Hello, Steven. Do you have any problems regarding to Calibrate camera service? Hello, Kevin. Do you have any problems due to the collaboration camera service? Okay, that'll be all content for today. And thank you for watching. Make sure that you give a big thumbs up to this video and share this video to somebody you think you're gonna need. And please subscribe our channel. And do turn on the subscription button if you want. And then if you have any problems due to the machine and the cloud system, feel free to drop us a comment and your prompt will be highly valued. Thank you for watching.